Hello and welcome, dear viewers of Zarin International Television. I am Sandra Smith and I'm here to bring you the latest news for this hour.
We begin this news roundup with the story of the Taliban's recognition. Russia has officially recognized the Taliban government. Moscow has stated that it has accepted the credentials of a Taliban's ambassador, making it the first country to officially recognize this group's government. After this news was confirmed, Taliban representatives took down Afghanistan's tricolor flag from the embassy building and raised their own white flag in its place. The Russian Foreign Ministry said in a statement that this move could help develop bilateral cooperation. Earlier this year, Moscow had also removed the Taliban from its list of terrorist groups. Sanaya Waliyat Farman, the Taliban ambassador to the empire, has handed over this agreement to the head of protocol at Turkey's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The Turkish embassy in Kabul has announced that this agreement will soon be delivered to the high-ranking officials of that country. Despite the lack of official recognition of the Taliban, the Turkish embassy in Afghanistan remains active. Germany has announced that it is seeking direct talks and an agreement with the Taliban to return Afghan refugees, and has stated that although Germany is currently in contact with the Taliban through third parties, this solution cannot be permanent. He emphasized that Germany does not recognize the Taliban and has no official or diplomatic relations with them. Donald Merz announced that the hospitals of this organization in the provinces of Helmand, Herat, and Balkh are under increased pressure due to the rising number of child patients. And he mentioned Doctors Without Borders. These hospitals are facing shortages of doctors, beds, medicine, and medical equipment. He has also called on international aid to urge global organizations to support these hospitals. A group of Afghan refugees living in Pakistan held a protest today. These protesters say they have worked for years with American forces and projects in Afghanistan, but their cases for relocation to the United States have still not been seriously addressed. They complain that they are in a dire economic and psychological situation and are worried about their own and their children's future. These refugees called on the U.S. government to expedite their resettlement process. Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin discussed Iran and the Middle East in a phone conversation on Thursday. Reuters, quoting a Kremlin advisor, reports that during this conversation, the suspension of U.S. military aid to Ukraine and a possible in-person meeting between the two leaders were raised. However, Putin emphasized that Russia will not back down from its objectives in the Ukraine war. At the same time, Zelensky have announced Ukraine's readiness for direct talks with Russia. And it has been reported that Tel Aviv and Moscow are engaged in secret talks regarding Iran and Syria. These negotiations began after Russia proposed to mediate between Israel and the Islamic Republic of Iran. However, Moscow has not provided Tehran with weapons during the war. Donald Trump, the President of the United States, has announced that Iran wants to negotiate and that the time to start talks has arrived. He emphasized that Washington is not seeking tension and is ready to provide another opportunity for Iran to return to the global order. Trump also named Steve Witkoff as the key negotiator on the Iran file and said that if necessary, he would personally enter the negotiation process.
Thank you, dear viewers, for your continued support. You can watch Zarin TV on Afghan Provokast, Jlwiz, Zarin TV app, and our social media platforms. Until next time, may you be held in the peace and mercy of the divine. Take care, and may blessings always follow your path.